lines in the baby's umbilical cord, and I'm going to need you to sign this right here. It's a consent. We don't have a lot of time to talk about it because the baby's going to be delivered soon.
We can't talk about it?
Okay, so we're going to keep this baby intubated. We'll call back to the NICU for a ventilator.
A place like Stanford that is at the leading edge of so many things. In healthcare, we were still tended to be reactive. We should be out leading the field and saying, wait a second, this is what we need, or better yet, having some of the people on campus create those things.
Everything that the students do is project-based, very often immersive, so the students are thrown into an environment in which they learn about the users and the challenges.
Yeah, well, the reason that I taught this class was to address the problem of health disparities, namely different health outcomes for people based not on their medical needs, but on their socioeconomic status, their geography, or the color of their skin.
We bring the actual users into the classroom to talk to, and we also send the students out to be with the families in their homes and to see what actually happens there.
Because these are very emotional situations for families who have been through very traumatic experiences, and I was really awed by the parents that I interviewed, how open they were and willing they were to share so that we could help come up with solutions for them.
Well, anytime you can put the real world into the classroom, you know, you're already 10 steps ahead, right? So being able to meet with real parents and design thinking that is not in a vacuum of behind closed doors, but you're actually getting input from parents and people that are really going to be on the receiving end of what you're thinking about creating is very powerful.
And what the D-School reconnects us to is the art of empathy that is at the essence of healing, and the art of true experimentation that's at the essence of the science of medicine.
And the nurse got these.
I expected to be watching a lot of videos. I didn't quite understand that we were going to be doing so many simulations, and I think it's been really interesting to kind of walk away with more questions than I had in the moment, because as I'm reflecting over my notes, there's so many more things that I'm like, oh, I didn't notice that, or now I'm thinking about this.
It's not just about the solution, it's about the meaning behind the solution. So how will it change the perspective of the user, or how will it change the dynamic of a situation?
So this pump is pretty nice. It's easy.
It's really important for them to understand that this is a process that they're learning, and to embrace the process rather than the final product.
Being able to think with a design-oriented mind is very important for you to be able to break down complex issues.
Whoever we're serving, we need to be designing side by side with as a partner. What can we do as designers and engineers to improve healthcare outcomes for patients and improve the lives and work of our clinicians?
I'm starting to think of it kind of as a sculpture. Like, you start with this blank canvas, and eventually you start to trim things away and see what works and what doesn't. And you can also add things. That continuous dynamic process is what's really important and what's really awesome about design thinking.